I just needed another minute with it when I'm off juice. Of course, here we are. Of course, I turned down my microphone when we were in the countdown. You can tell my light's off. It's too far to the one side. Anyways, welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. We'll try this again. Thank you for everybody who's in the chat. Thanks for dropping those comments. Maybe I do it on purpose to run that chat up. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Let me turn the volume down on my phone here where I got the chat running. Love to see so much activity in the chat. Okay, yeah, good now. It's because I turn it down, guys, when we're doing the countdown. And how's everybody feeling? This is the Sunday crypto check-in. We're just checking in with crypto on a Sunday night. I just figured out, it says, I just figured that I end this night with all you guys and gals on my birthday. I always feel welcome here. Thank you for letting me become part of this family here. Everybody say happy birthday to Miss Williams. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you being here, and you're always welcome here, certainly. Crypto Keep in the house. And everybody just wish her a happy birthday. She chose to spend at least a portion of her birthday here with us, so we got to really appreciate that, right? Never take that stuff for granted. Shout out to Miss Williams. Well, biggest thing going on here, and I just figured this out today, guys, on Crypto Bubbles. If you go up here, see how it says 1 through 100, and then you can like toggle it to different things, like 101 to 200. So you can see kind of like by market cap. We always look at the 1 through 100, which would be, of course, the most relevant stuff in crypto to most people. Oh no, she said that she's old now. I wonder what that means, because that's different for everybody, right? Don't say you're old and then be younger than me, because that'll make me feel old, I guess. But age is a number. I don't like that saying, actually. I'm gonna take that back. I recall that one. Age is more than a number. A lot of action going on in the chat. Hard to keep up with it all. Yeah, market is pumping tonight. Yeah, it's felt good in the market the last day or so, I would say. So let's run through this quick. We got Zcash up 30%. Who would have saw it coming from $277 to $365 for every day of the year. Virtual up 25%. Dash up 27%. Why? I don't know. Probably another. Is Dash a privacy coin? I want to say it is, but it's not one. It's been around for forever, right? It's not one that I really focus on very often here. Says he was messing with banter bubbles today. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I heard you talking about that in the Discord, actually. Nope, I'm over the hill. Okay. Over the hill's 40, right? Is that, if I'm not mistaken? So let's see. Let's go to our normal price breakdown here. What do we got? What do we got? We'll run through these pretty quick. Bitcoin coming in at 115,300, up 3.4% on the day and 6.7% in the last 7 days. Ethereum back over that $4,000 marker that I love to see, 4,196. Let's just call it 4,200, right? Up 6.8% in the last 24 hours. BNB 1,152. I'm a little bit surprised to not see BNB pumping, you know, a little more. Gotta lower this table just a tad. All right, XRP $2.66. Solana over 200, 204. Dogecoin 20 cents. I'd see it a little higher than that, but we'll be thankful for what we get. Tron at 30. Cardano 69. Can it go back to $1 or close to $1? I should say. I don't remember if it even got to $1. Chainlink $18.92. Hyperliquid $48.51. That thing's up almost 10% today. So there you go. XLM for Blues Guy 33 cents. SWI $2.70. I really want to see SWI get back over $3, right? That would be a good target for me. $20.97 for Avalanche. Hashdara or HBAR 18 cents. And there was one that I was looking at the other day that I wanted to call, but I don't see it there. Oh, yeah, BitTensor. That's what it was. Where you at, BitTensor? BitTensor at $408. A lot of people thinking BitTensor is going to do some Bitcoin-type moves. I don't know. Is it going to be this cycle, next cycle, elongated cycle? Who really knows? What's going on out here? See if there's anything significant. Chat running up so much, I got to scan it more for significance than to read every single thing. He says, yes, I'm feeling very good. Love to hear that. And I would hope that you were on your birthday. Absolutely. I wish you could hear me sing UHB song. Okay. Blues get the guitar. We'll have to run that up in the hangout later. I can hear it in my mind, Blues. Yeah, exactly. I think we all can. Just picture some blues. Or if you've ever heard Blues Guy sing in the voice chat. Miss Williams, I'm not sure if you know that sometimes we're hanging out in the Discord in the voice chat, and you're always welcome to hop in whenever we do that. Yesterday, I didn't really have time to set up a stream because I was running around with the family, so we ended up doing like a private, you know, whatever you want to call it, a hangout in the voice chat. And a few people came through. It was a lot of fun. Don't know if we want to maybe do that on the regular. I don't know if we'll like stream first and then go there on Saturdays or something. I don't know. I want to incorporate that more. I love hanging out and talking with all of you guys. A little more one-on-one, right? Because mostly I'm just talking. I mean, you guys are chatting in the chat, but I'm doing a lot of the talking, right? Let's look at what's trending here. Says, I'm happy for all of us. So much positivity in the group. Keep it coming. Absolutely. We can't stop. Won't stop for sure. So, Ergo. Why is Ergo pumping? Ergo's not a new coin. All kinds of odd things pumping. Akash Network is up 21% in the last 7 days. Ping. We talked about this. Ping not doing a lot. Meteora. Very interesting that Meteora chose now to do their token generation event. We should do it tonight again. Hey, we'll see. I may be able to do that. We should VC voice chat more often. I'm always free. We can always just trade and bounce ideas off each other. Yeah, it's a hangout. It's just like being with all your friends. And we're just going to kick it. And at the same time, we'll talk about serious stuff. We'll talk about non-serious stuff, right? We'll just get in the mix with everything. Fear and Greed Index back to 51. We just need Bitcoin to play ball, right? It's what we need. Blues Guy says Oregon I think he means Orhan, right? Pretty sure he means Orhan. All right, let's see what's trending on CryptoRank.io. See if we see any gems in here. ZenChain, we've talked about that. A lot of things we've talked about. Blue Whale, Astronova, Kadena. Layer 0 back on the radar, huh? Interesting. BWA, we bought the tiniest bit live. Doesn't look like it's done much of anything. Chain GPT, we will probably be going over a whole stream based off of it next week, I would imagine. Turtle, we've been over. Orachain, this APRO. I don't even remember if we were able to go over it. It was so small, right? Or something was going on with it. I can't remember why. So now that we've read through most of them, we'll pull something up. Let's talk about Ergo. What's going on? You joining us in the voice chat tonight, Orhan? Oh, that's what he's asking. I've learned so much this past week. Thank you, everyone, says that one guy. Absolutely, man. Zcash, talk of the town right now. Yep, exactly. We're barking up Zcash way before it blew up. Exactly. We were talking about it. It was on our radar. For whatever reason, we tend to be on the pulse of things before they get too saucy. All right, let's go look at Ergo. It's been a while since I looked at this coin. Let's pull up that max chart. Man, this thing is not new. July 7th, 2019. So this thing's been around. And why in the world is it pumping? It's a layer 1 proof of work privacy blockchain. Is this what we're going to do, guys? We're just going to run up all these privacy blockchains? Who had that? Who had privacy blockchains on their crypto bingo card? I did not. The real Mr. J. Mr. J in the house. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, he says, I need to figure out how to change my name on here. ChatGPT. That's who I would ask. And whenever you get a chance, let's look at this narrative called X402. Something is brewing in this one. Yeah. I've seen that already. We talked a little bit about it. Can't say that I totally understand it. I was a little bit confused when it came up. Let's do some ChatGPT. What does this narrative mean in cryptocurrency? Maybe ChatGPT will know. All right, while that's cooking, we'll go back to where we were. So this is a privacy blockchain, layer 1, proof of work, all of that fun stuff. It's from 2019. No, we did not want the white paper. We really did not want the white paper. All right. So he goes live and builds. Dude, that X402 guy is a grinder. Okay. I don't know what the heck y'all are really talking about here. At its core, X402 is an open standard built atop the HTTP status code 402 payment required. The protocol defines how resource servers can signal to a client that payment is needed, accept a payment payload, have a facilitator verify settle on-chain payment, and then serve the resource. It's a chain agnostic, token agnostic, and designed to minimize friction. Minimal integration, minimal overhead, no heavy KYC, no traditional credit card flow for the developer side. Why it's become a narrative? Because it offers a new use case narrative in crypto. Payments for machines, agent economy, bridging AI plus crypto, micro payments. The market often looks for what's next beyond DeFi, beyond meme coins. This is being pitched as one. So a new narrative, just as the title of this live stream said, we are in all these new narratives, right? On-chain data shows a surge. For example, X402 protocol actively reportedly saw a 10,000% increase in transactions within a month, indicating developers' interest or speculative interest. The narrative is being leveraged by token projects that label themselves as X402 ecosystems or compatible with X402. Even if they may not have official endorsement, that creates speculative opportunities. For content creators like you, hey, shots fired. This is a narrative moment, a potential story arc. I like how they write that. AI agents pay themselves with crypto via X402 so it can fuel YouTube videos, commentary, and trending. So let's get into the important caveats or risks. El Cheeto in the house. Camsta in the house, looking for his at. Now I unfollowed him. Looking for his at. Now I unfollowed him. Oh, okay. Well, let us know. So let's see if there's any risk for them to spell out, right? While a standard is quite clearly specified, adoption remains early, useful, but still nascent. Did I say that right? Yeah, nascent. Some articles caution that X42 tokens might be speculative. A narrative doesn't guarantee value capture. Just because a standard exists doesn't mean every X402 compatible token will have real underlying utility, revenue, or adoption. This is especially relevant, for you reselling crypto content, I don't know what ChatGPT is talking about. Reselling / crypto, because they know I do reselling content as well. Okay, then. You'll likely want to emphasize which projects are genuinely building. I wish they would leave this crap out. This was not about my YouTube channel at all. Anyways, I think we got a good pitch of it. So what is it at its core? X42 is an open standard built atop the HTTP, that you would normally have at like the beginning of your website address that most people skip. Status code 402, payment required. We'll leave that up in case we want to bring it back up at another point. Everybody hopping in. Man, we have such a great community here. Shout out to everybody who's here. If for some reason you're not in the Discord, go join us in the Discord. If you're new here, say hello in the chat. Man, the community has just been building and building. I can feel the momentum. Ergo is a privacy coin, right? And it's #1 trender today. Let's talk about Ping, because Ping is new. $43.6 million in its market cap. Max chart says October 24th, 2025. That was 2 days ago. Base blockchain contract address. And it is X402 ecosystem. That is what is making Ping popular, right? So we just talked about it. It lines up. There is a project that we've been talking about already. And yeah, I hope you guys are really soaking all that up. So here we go. They have 11.2 thousand followers. I believe this was I think it was only like 6,000 followers like yesterday. Well, the day before yesterday, right? So there's that. Yeah. And when I looked at it the other day, I didn't quite understand fully. I'm glad that we went and looked it up on ChatGPT. Every day I'm raising my own crypto IQ as well. So I looked, he didn't create it himself, but is a major early builder. Dude is our type of nerd. Okay, I like that. Thanks for bringing that in to the conversation. I unfollowed him because I didn't understand what the FE was talking about. That happens. Like when I went over this the other day, I read it and I understood it says the Internet Native Payment Protocol, right? But I didn't actually know what the heck the thing was. And it's just blowing up. So let's look at the tokenomics a little bit of this Ping, because I don't know, is this the chosen coin? I think that we are going to, let me write this down, X402. Well, we might do a stream about it. We might just deep dive it a little bit more tonight and call it at that, and then kind of watch to see how much more it blows up, right? So it's fully vested. We were talking about tokenomics a little bit yesterday, me and that one guy. and El Cheeto. So there's 43.6 million in the market cap, right? And the max supply is 1 billion tokens, but the circulating supply is also 1 billion tokens, meaning all the tokens are out. It's on the Base blockchain, by the way, if you didn't catch that. I like a lot of this stuff. I like that it's on the Base blockchain. I like that all the tokens are already out. If half of them were out, maybe the price go up quicker. But let's see. What are the predominant coins in this niche? So let's see if they're already, well, we know that they're actually already branding X42, X402. I want to say it like so many different ways. No. Okay, so what are the big coins here? Pay AI is much bigger. Well, not much bigger. I think has more brand recognition. I think more people know about Pay AI. If you were trading, I almost feel like Pay AI might be better. But Banker Coin, right? Banker had come out a while ago. And I don't think a lot of people understood what it was really talking about. And it's the Clanker ecosystem. You don't say. Man, a lot of things lining up here. Keaton Bailey, 1911, says Pay AI is the best in the niche. See, that's what I kind of felt like. It's funny how I kind of have a nose for that sometimes, kind of pick that out. Because Banker Coin is bigger, but I really feel like Pay AI just has like a better name for what the actual use case is, right? Hearing tons of Base chirp today. Yeah. I mean, Base, it's a layer 2 on Ethereum, but they really kind of market themselves as like their own blockchain, right? And Ethereum, I think, is going to get so big that coins will be, different things will be built on it, layer 2s and stuff like that, and we'll look at them as if they're their own thing, right? Matrix is aligning here. That's right, that one guy, exactly. So we got Clanker, which we've been going over. It went nuts. It went up like 200%. I have no idea what it's doing today. And then you're telling me that this stuff is in the Clanker ecosystem, this Banker Coin. So the Banker Coin might be one to watch. You know, usually when the niche gets hot, there's like a coin and then another and maybe even another, like 2 to 3 coins that really run. Like think about when we had Avantis blow up, right, and Perpetual Dex, and then Aster blew up right after it. And it was like 2-3 coins really were at the top of that niche, and they kind of ran together. So market cap, $60.5 million in market cap. Still very small if you ask me. Banker Coin, December 9th, 2024. So like I said, this thing had been running for a while. We had looked at it before. It's almost completely vested out in the circulating supply. But of course, it has 100 billion tokens. So, you know, 99 billion more than the other projects. Miss Williams says, I love Base coins. I like their ecosystem. Yeah, I would have to agree with that very much. So with that said, Banker is in the Clanker ecosystem. And I am bouncing around a little bit. You'll have to forgive me. But look at this thing, man. So Pay AI. I want to call it Payment AI. Pay AI Network. May 1st, 2025, man. And it just sat and really didn't get a lot of buzz, right? Didn't really get a lot of hype. And this thing went from 0.003 all the way to 0.04, so it lost to 0. And if we pull that up on market cap, right, you'll see this thing went from, you know, $4.1 million in market cap to 45.8, basically where it is now, million in market cap. So this thing 10x'd, right, in the matter of what? From the 23rd to the 26th, in a matter of 3 days at 10x. So there's opportunity out here, right? And we talked about Pay AI at one point. Now, it was a little bit ago. I don't remember exactly when it was, but we did go over it. Mute Swap is also under Base. I think he says virtual ecosystem, still small cap, went up 90% today. It says Mute Swap. Okay. Does that fall into this narrative, Crypto Keep, or is that something else? We are bouncing around as there is plenty of sauce out here. So this is Mute. It's up 100% in the last 24 hours. And what is it considering itself? Okay, it's a DEX aggregator AI. It's in the privacy niche, so it is aligning with one of the niches, right, that we would love to see. Where can you get this thing? Ooh, you can only get it on Uniswap. I low-key don't like that, but looks like you could obviously buy it through the virtual ecosystem as well. Will Coinbase drop a token of their own? I don't know. I feel like there's always people trying to act like Base has its own coin. I don't think that it does, but it might. Yeah, so when I try to look it up, I don't get an actual Base coin. I don't believe that they have one. Anyways, let's back this up a little bit. Pay AI, it's a Solana coin. Pay AI is Solana's first multi-network X402 facilitator, right? So what it does is very clear and straightforward. It's not trying to do 100 different things, instant invisible payments. So that really puts it in the privacy sector, right? Did they give this thing a privacy category? No, they really didn't call it a privacy category, but if it has invisible payments, well, then that would be privacy, wouldn't it? Accept payments from a penny and under a second, perfect for AI agents, micro transactions, and lightning fast commerce live on Solana. I think that is pretty cool. So again, there's not a whole lot to report. We went over what X402 is. This thing is not trying to do 10 different things. Always on AI market. Said Hitoshi Cat is going to send as well one day, I think. Yeah, and I've been in Toshi for a while. I made a video about Toshi quite a while ago. All right. So yeah, you really should. If you came here today because you read the thumbnail, or the title, I should say, and you wanted new narratives, X402, we got you. New narrative right here. And again, the top coins in this, particular niche by market cap, of course, are Banker, Pay AI, and Ping. And Ping is a very new one. Thing is, Pay AI is really cool, and is getting, by really cool, what I really mean is it's getting most of the attention, right? But Ping is brand new, so don't sleep on Ping. A lot of people might feel like Ping is a good play just because it is still very brand new, but really the whole niche is brand new. We're so dialed in that what's new to us is different to other people. Crypto Maniac in the house, 1776. What is up? Thank you for hopping in. That is definitely a name that I recognize. I'm sure all of you do as well. So yeah, so aside from those top three, what do we got? We have this Open Serve. We got Switchboard, Daydream, Santa by Virtuals, Opus, this Heurist, HEU, Aura. So a lot of things by Virtual, right? Zara AI. So you see the integration with AI. It's all about payments. It's all about easy, low friction payments. I think we got that covered. We might come across a few more gems at some point there. Ping, exactly, El Cheeto. Oh, man. My neck is, so stiff and it won't crack. Moving on. Let's talk about... Get rid of what we don't need. Let's talk about what's going on over here at Crypto Rank. Zen Chain. Don't know what it's got as far as price action here. Oh, they haven't even token generated this coin yet, right? And it's all about a layer 1 solution designed to enhance cross-chain interoperability, particularly between Bitcoin and Ethereum. That is Zen Chain. It's not super exciting, to be honest with you, but infrastructure nonetheless. A cash network. That is certainly not a new coin. It's at 82 cents. Max chart says it's been around for a long time, I'm pretty sure. Not as long as I thought. October 15th, 2020. But a while. And let's see what categories they give a cost. So AI, which makes it relevant. Smart contract, proof of stake, DPIN, which is decentralized infrastructure, and of course, made in America. Every time I hear Akash, I think of Akon for some reason. Just because I know Akon was involved with some crypto projects. He was building like a crypto city in Africa, all kinds of stuff like that. Very interesting. I don't know where it ever went. I remember they had Akon on the BitBoy channel a long time ago, back when they were on top of crypto, on top of the crypto world. But I think it was a different coin. I don't think it was Akash. So $236.8 million in its market cap, and it's trending. A decent sized market cap, but not huge. It does have the AI narrative. Doesn't look like it lines up with AI. But we're seeing a lot of things run. We're seeing a lot of things run together, right? Like the AI narrative, the whole X402 thing really feeds the AI narrative, because they're really saying this is very frictionless, very easy, kind of almost built into the internet way to do transactions, and AI agents could utilize it, right? So that's how it plays into AI. Oh, I'm not on the right thing at all. Of course, what did I close it? Why do I always do this, guys? Always be closing crypto rank. I swear it is just crypto rank that I do that to. Getting back on track. These are the real tech projects, so they take time, I guess, to catch on, says Orhan. Yeah, for sure. I think that Akon thing was a bust. Yeah, it probably was. It doesn't surprise me. They were building like a crypto city in Africa or something. And who knows? A lot of times people have really good intentions, and it's the people who come in around them that really ruin it, right? It's just like everything. Not everything, all right? Some people know what they're doing from day one, but a lot of times projects that get off the ground and are going to do something, and then the devs, the people who are involved with building and stuff, who'd have no care for the real project, they're just money hungry, they're usually the ones who ruin a lot of these crypto projects, and they a lot of times never get the blame for it, which is pretty sad. $38.8 million. This is Blue AI, or Blue Whale. Ticker Blue AI. Looks like they've changed their website, because we've been to their website and it did not look like this. So AKT will only get big if there is demand for the tech, which it may see at some point, especially if AWS crashes. We may have to see alternative infrastructure. It's a good point, Orhan. And another thing is if AI agents start popping, right? And they need that infrastructure so AI agents can buy and sell and trade and do all kinds of crazy stuff. What is going on with this website, bro? It must be like being remodeled or something, because this is all it's doing. It's not doing anything, right? But what is Blue AI, or Blue Whale, I should say? Let's get our description up. Blue Whale is a Web3 wallet analytic tool, so analytics, that enhance user experience using personalized AI and contextual data. So what is wallet abstraction? What is chain abstraction? Another thing we've been over. If you were taking notes, you should remember what that means. Why is that so important to the adoption of crypto? I really believe that two narratives, chain or wallet abstraction, they're almost exactly the same thing. They only vary slightly. And then intent layer, or intent as a narrative, or a category. I think those two things together have power to really bring in the next wave of retail. But it's yet to be seen, right? We can make all of the thoughts around stuff that we want, but that doesn't guarantee that is going to be the catalyst. Absolutely, my good sir. So, yeah, can refer to two different entities exactly. It is the decentralized AI network, that Web3 and analytics. So, yeah, it would be the second one there. So, we have this ARP at $78.3 million in market cap. This has also been trending. MEV-powered liquid stake with APR Mon. So this is on Monad, which is a layer 1 blockchain. Has that been trending today? Let's check that out. I'm cooking on Fliff. Yeah, that one guy. I saw you talking about it a little bit, but I was busy. I didn't get to really check out all that you were talking about there. No, I don't see the other project running here, which was Monad. Turtle. Turtle is a Web3 protocol designed to help manage and distribute liquidity, right? So it had its own, let's go back and actually go to its Web3 application here. So they're managing liquidity. They want you to use their platform for finding the best and, you know, staying up to date on where the best place to put your money to provide liquidity, I should say. It's a better way to say it. Dude, I got to put you on when you're free. Hey, man, I think we will probably be at some point in the voice chat tonight, hopefully. I hope that works out. If not, maybe Monday. But, yeah, I would definitely get with you on that because I'd like to know what you were talking about. So this is their Web3 part of their website here. It has the xyz.xyz, right? And it's all about liquidity. It's nothing that you would get real excited about unless you had some money you were trying to move around. They got a swap. They have their token. They have a DAO, treasury. You can earn. I mean, it's mostly about earning by providing liquidity, right? Access to best opportunities across DeFi. So they're interoperable, right? They allow you to cross different, you know, ecosystems and get that stake. Basically, provide liquidity pools, right? Not exactly stake, but you get what I'm saying. You guys show me stuff. I will return the favor anytime. We don't gatekeep from our homies around here. Exactly. We are open book. Garden Warrior in the house. Another name that I love to see in the chat and in the Discord. What's up, Underground? What's up to you, Garden Warrior? And for anybody who missed it, it is Miss Williams' birthday today. So if you haven't already said happy birthday to her, make sure you do that. Because that is the spirit of our community. We're like family around here. This is crypto family. And we're just growing. So let's get off a Turtle and go look at something else. Layer 0 is literally a layer 0. You know what a layer 1 is, a layer 2, a layer 3. Well, this is a layer 0. Get that stake, says Orhan. Exactly. And what all do we have on here? Meteora is not really worth going over. It's a swap, right? Or it's a decentralized exchange on Solana. ChainGPT I'm going to leave alone because we're going to do a whole stream on that probably like Tuesday. If not, we're going to do what I got rolling into next week is I think we're going to go over this ChainGPT project. Had a lot of things going for it. We're going to go over meme coins with IP rights was another one. And then there was another thing that we were going to go over, maybe flash loans. Maybe we'll do a even more in-depth deep dive on this X402. I don't know what order we're going to do them in, but that's what I have on my radar for our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday slot where we focus the most on raising our crypto IQ. Mega ETH. I don't even know, is this thing doing anything? I don't think it doesn't have a token out yet, but still I'm putting it on your radar. $87.6 million in market cap, or really just raised. No market cap because there's no coin, but they've raised that money, right? So you could infer that maybe that'll be in their market cap. Cam Stash saying things in French. I think only him and Blues Guy can decipher that. Hope your concert went well, bro, says Garden Warrior. Yeah, that Blues Guy out there playing that blues. So the first real-time blockchain. So here is a narrative, right? We talk about new narratives. That's what the title was. It wasn't just clickbait. New narratives, real-time blockchain. And this is the first that I've seen using this kind of language. We talk about narrative, know your category, know your niche. And when we start seeing different types of language in websites, we know that there's a shift, right? We know something new is coming into the psyche of crypto. Now everybody's French, huh? All right. 100,000 plus transactions per second, 10 gigas. per second, sub 10 millisecond block time settled on Ethereum. Traditional blockchains, data comes in, big, much larger blocks come out. They take time, and that time that it takes for it to be, put together and sent through is what we call finality. Well, here it is. Data's coming into the little tube thing, and then it's coming out in little tiny blocks, but it's a constant feed, right? So it is a much quicker finality for what they're calling a real-time blockchain. Now, I love that they put their roadmap in like old vinyl, covers. It's pretty cool. And so, yeah, you scroll through here. This is basically their roadmap. It is a little distracting, right? The roadmap could be a little bit more straightforward. So Mega Mafia is a collective of early-stage founders building net new apps that showcase the power of crypto without constraint. The group co-lives and co-builds alongside Mega ETH core team and advisors all over the world, ranging from isolated offsite to industry-wide gatherings. And then they have this random list of things that I haven't figured out how in the world any of this is relevant. Mostly because I tried to click on them and they get blocked by my my whatever you call it, protection, McAfee, whatever. I don't know why that word's not coming to me. Data is coming through the little tubes. Yeah, exactly, Orhan. Come in the Discord, Melis, says that blues guy. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure she's already joined. I've seen her in there before. She seems like she works a lot, though. She might have a hard time hanging out in the Discord, which is fully understandable. Sometimes I have a hard time hanging out in the Discord. But we've been making it happen for sure. What is Orochi Network? Orochi? I think I said that right. But Mega is ETH, but Mega. Exactly. It's Mega ETH. It is real-time finality, right? So next to no downtime is a verifiable data infrastructure. So Orochi Network is a verifiable data infrastructure is what it says. Let's go to the website. Let's go check it out. So secured scaling, custody, computation. They're just going to scale everything. It's on a grant from the Ethereum Foundation, which is pretty interesting. Verifiable data infrastructure of Web3. I don't know what it takes to get a grant from the Ethereum Foundation nowadays, but I assume not everybody just gets one, right? Unpacked usability. So Orochi Network verifiable data infrastructure is a promising step towards a more secure, scalable, and user-friendly Web3. By leveraging the power of ZK proofs, zero knowledge proofs, verifiable data infrastructure offers solutions to some of the most pressing challenges facing decentralized future of the internet. Let's go to pricing. Let's see how much they're going to charge us. Let's see. The starter plan, $60 a month. Over limit charges may apply. So $60 a month, and then if you go over what they're giving you, they just charge you some more. And then the business side, $200 a month. And this is all about kind of back-end computation, all of that kind of stuff. I don't think any of a regular everyday retail people would be buying anything from Orochi Network. But infrastructure is always needed, and you see the ZK proof narrative or category all in the mix there. I see it in almost everything right now. What else do we want to talk about? This APRO. APRO. I don't remember why. It was like I couldn't look at it. Oh, because I have to verify that I'm not in the United States or mainland China, and obviously I am in the United States and I don't have a VPN on, so that's not going to help. APRO is a decentralized Oracle network tailored for Bitcoin ecosystem, providing reliable, fast, and cost-effective data solutions. So it's about data solutions, of course, that really fits the Oracle network. It aims to construct a secure and trustworthy computing platform by combining off-chain computing with on-chain verification. This approach extends data access and computing capabilities, offering customized computing logic service and decentralized application dApps. That's what decentralized application is normally called, a dApp. type of businesses. How many times did they use computating? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just in that paragraph, they use computating so many times. So that lets you know oracles, data, computation. Hopefully everybody has covered that. And that's really everything there that is trending we are on top of. Now let's go to top gainers, top losers, because we oftentimes do find a lot of cool stuff there. What, did everybody go over to the Discord? Drop from like 20 to 13 people. What happened? Where are my people at? Ronald Reagan. Yeah, says Garden Warriors. Yeah, Canada messed up. They did. They messed up. I never knew, says Garden Warriors. ETH does grants. Definitely not easy to get. Yeah, El Cheeto. That was my thought right there. So they must have something to show that they're really building something useful. I give up on crypto. There's too much, says Orhan. Find me a good old cold storage unit with 5 shares of Ford Motors from 1962. We here. All right. Top gainers, of course, Pay AI. Up 80%, which is not really all that crazy. I mean, for the whole last 24 hours. Now, this does change. You know, it could have been up more, and then it pulled back, and right now it's only up 80%. Crypto Keep says he's back. Yeah, so I guess a bunch of people hopped over to the Discord, which is cool. No worries. So we have this DIA. I feel like somebody said this in the chat earlier. It probably has the same narrative, right? Infrastructure, Oracle, real-world asset, and, of course, DeFi. Max says, 2020, August 2nd. And it's had little pumps, though. The chart doesn't look horrible. Not as horrible as some things look. $84.9 million in its market cap with 200 million max supply and 119.6 million circulating supply. An Ethereum contract address, a Sora contract address, and a BNB Smart Chain, Binance Smart Chain contract address. And we just went over its tags. Let's go to its website. Got to keep up with his chat. Now we're back up to 17. So trustless blockchain oracles for any asset. DIA's trustless blockchain oracle power use case with verifiable data feeds for any digital or real world assets. So this is RWAs and oracles, right? That is the narrative. That is the niche. I would say that the narrative is probably more RWAs, oracles, maybe more niche. Probably the other way around, though. I don't know. Oracles and RWA are probably about at the same level. This is probably not the most exciting thing to everybody. Covering all data needs across all chains. It's about data. It's oracles. You need it when you need it. Don't know if a lot of people really care to invest in oracles. I mean, Chainlink is definitely one that comes to mind. So we have this Omni network, ticker OMNI. Omni has been rebranded to Namina or Nam. So this is old. Let's not even bother with it. But why is it pumping today and not the new coin, right? Then we have this game by Virtuals. Virtuals network waking up, right? Coming back to the surface. Got to have prior approval from another grant prior to apply. Needs to be substantial and guarantee employment for duration of the project too. Yeah, good work, El Cheeto. Thank you for bringing that information to the stream. October 25th, 2024. At 4 cents, this is game by Virtual. Been around a while. Had a big pump, right? Oh, I'm still on market cap. Have I been on market cap this whole time? I mean, it doesn't change the start date or anything. So 36 cents at one point, and now you're down to 4 cents. Just popped from like a penny to 4. So yeah, up 291% on the max chart. But let's look at like the last 7 days, right? That's what we really want to see, or maybe the monthly. Why are we loading? Yeah, so on the monthly and the 7 days, up 256%, or 249 on the monthly. $40.2 million in its market cap, $1 billion in both the max and circulating supply. This is a Virtuals project, right? Base blockchain. Artificial intelligence, of course, AI, if you're dealing with virtuals, that makes sense. Binance Alpha Spotlight as well. That one guy says, Brother Chi. Yep, El Cheeto, a very active and loyal member of this community. So many of those, it's getting hard to keep count of all of you guys. But I appreciate every single one of you nonetheless. Let's look at virtuals for a second and see what the website says. Oh, this actually takes me directly to game itself. Kind of want to look at the whole virtuals, right? So latest AI agent. Looks like this thing is going to move here in a second. So AI agents, and then it has latest ones. Here's Rebita, still moving. Looks like it moved up to like a $400 million market cap. We could spend probably quite a time just on virtuals. We seek knowledge, my Dread King. Orhand is hilarious. He is our favorite bot. Shout out to the AI bots in the house. I'm surprised Orhand is not on virtuals. Accidentally bought some SNPT today. Tell me how screwed I am. Okay, Camstat. I have no idea. The Knocker. I don't know what to call you anymore with all of these different name changes that they keep doing. SNPT? What? Crazy snipe token or snippet? I don't know. It's one or the other. According to Go Plus, this proxy contract, the owner can make code changes to the contract, including but not limited to disabling selling, changing fees or minting, transferring tokens, exercise caution. I don't know, man. You might be cooked. You might just be cooked. This thing's been around since July 21st, 2024. Not done a whole lot since then. No information on the market cap. It's one thing when we have like a brand new project and there's no market cap, but to be out since June 21st, 2024 and have no information on the market cap, oof. Oh, he meant buy Neptune Cash. Meant to buy. Oh, he meant to buy Neptune Cash. Orhan is hilarious. Yep. Oh, okay. He says this is not the one. Not the one, huh? Well, this is SNPT. So, which one is the one? You could drop a link in the Discord if you'd like, and then let me know, and then we could look at it. I don't know what is going on. I got something in my eye. Holy crap. Pulled out like 16 eyelashes in one go. Do I even have any eyelashes left? Who else has eyelashes all the time getting in your eye? That's normal, right? I'm normal? Tell me I'm normal, guys. All right. Moving on. Pretend like we didn't just have that conversation. CETA up 40%. We talked about CETA. It was definitely trending. And what is CETA? Oh, he says, that's it. You got it, unfortunately. Yeah, that thing looks cooked, brother. I would maybe sell that thing when it gets even the slightest pump. Orhan says, lube it up. Is that what you said to me? I don't think that's what he meant. I don't think he meant to go Diddy on you right there. Camstat says, are you down? He most likely down. Yeah, normal dude. Okay, cool. Now I feel better. Nothing like being live in front of everybody, right? 101.1 million in market cap. CETA just booming on them, right? So it came out May 7th, 2024 at about 12 cents. And I mean, really, it's only at 16 cents. It's funny because it's actually only up like 28% on its max chart. But if you go to like the 7-day, it's up 119%. And maybe it's just starting to move. Are these altcoins, well, I should say, is Bitcoin going to play ball? Is Ethereum going to continue to play ball? And then can we finally get some movement in these altcoins? Come on now. Come on. I know we say it every day, but it couldn't be said enough, right? I don't think I've even told you what CETA is. So it's on the Osmosis ecosystem, Ethereum and base blockchain. Open the website, but let's go to the categories. Smart contract. Oracle. Modular blockchain. I know everybody's crypto IQ is so high. They know what modular blockchain means. They know what account abstraction or wallet abstraction means. They know what all this stuff means. They know what X402 means. They know what all of this stuff is. They remember how to buy subnets on the Tau ecosystem. I know all you guys are retaining all this information. Orhan says, no more horseplay, straight business. And if Orhan says it, then we got to get with it because he be playing around every day. The internet on chain. Deploy applications, specific Oracle programs in seconds. So this is about oracles again. Seeing a lot of consistency, right? And how all these things fit together from AI to Oracle. Well, you need oracles to feed AI. Then you need this X402 for processing easy, frictionless payments. And then on top of all of that, what do you do with those AIs and things once you got them running with all the oracles and the data and everything running smoothly? Well, then you provide account and chain abstraction so that we can get the next wave of people in here who don't have to worry about the more complicated things in crypto, about wallets and stuff like that. Chain abstraction, wallet abstraction is all about hiding all of the complexity of crypto from the user. It's very, very secretive, very, very sneaky. But it's a lot of stuff people don't want to deal with. And then this is CETA. So it's an oracle, basically. Data, smart contract. Just throw keywords at you until you understand what is going on. Troll. I love to skip it every time I see it. It's a dumb meme coin. I don't know. I didn't even know I felt some type of way about it. But I remember going to their website. Kind of reminds me of Worthless. All of those different things. They're cool for like a second. Oh, Blues Guy, favorite project on the radar. How much money is Blues Guy up? Well, he's up at least 28%, right? Reactive Network. Used to be called Paris IQ. So it had the IQ in there as well. Maybe that's why he picked it. I don't know. 15 cents. And the ticker is React. Let's go to the max log here. Max log down a little bit, but look, very rounded, right? Very rounded price action and trending back upwards. A low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, continual higher lows. That's what you want to see in an uptrend. $61.1 million in market cap with an infinite max supply. I don't love that, but it is what it is. Circulating supply, 400.9 million in circulating supply. Ethereum contract address. And what is it? So what is React? It's infrastructure, right? It's smart contract platforms. It is parallelized. I don't know. I hate saying that word. EVM. So they run things parallel. And yes, I did that on purpose. Of course. Better security, easy to use, gasless, says El Cheeto. Exactly. And what are they trying to do? Well, when Vitalik and them were making Ethereum, they came across some issues and they said, you know what, we don't have the time nor the bandwidth nor the solutions to solve this. We will leave it up to the market, is what they would say. And by leaving it up to the market, they mean somebody else needs to figure this out because we're not going to put the time and energy into figuring it out. So React figured it out or has a solution. Who knows if it's the end-all, be-all solution, but it is a solution to the problem that apparently Vitalik wasn't smart enough to figure out. Or his team, I guess. He wasn't the only one there coding. You know what I'm trying to say. They couldn't figure it out. React has a solution, and now they are marketing that solution as the crypto project React. I don't know how many different directions I could say the same thing here. And Zen Horizon, another privacy coin. We have talked about her. Orham brought this up as being like Zcash's little brother. It is in the in crowd. It is actually the only privacy coin, I think he said, that was, you could purchase on Base. I don't know if that was true, but I think he said something like that. And it is getting a pump today for sure. How long has it been around? Since 2017, so a long time. But today it's up 24%. Nothing crazy. Only 25% in the last 7 days. 21 million in the max supply. 17.5 in the 17.5 million, that is, in the circulating supply. And it is a privacy coin. Zero knowledge, made in the USA, smart contract. I think it's a privacy coin, right? On-chain privacy. I thought so. We've been over it a couple of times, so keep that on your radar. When I see it only move like 24% in 24 hours, it kind of tells me like maybe the bigger move is coming a little later down the line. Got to get some Zen. Still early, no. I have no idea. Camsta, I really don't know. Orhan, you super bullish on Zen, Broda? I guess Orhan would have to answer that, as he was the one who brought it on our radar. Railgun, I did a reel about this. Railgun, not too long ago, and it's up another 26%. It was up quite a bit more. Giggles, actually one of the top losers of the day. Oh, Ping is one of the top losers of the day. Very interesting. Let's refresh this, see if the numbers change. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. And we have just completed our first hour. And I can hear my son literally screaming across the house, playing something in the background. And as much as I love it, I have told his mother to keep him quiet several times. What can you do, man? What can you do? So where we go from here, we talked about the top gainers, top losers. We talked about what's trending. This is the Sunday night check-in. There we go. We're all just pawns in his game, says Camsta. Yep. Orhan might just be orchestrating the Big Short, the Biggest Loser. I don't know. What was the name of the movie? Let the boy play, says Camsta. Oh, I'm letting him play because it's not like I'm going to run out there and yell at him. But it would be cool if his mother would correct him after it goes on for like 10 minutes. But like I said, nothing you can do about it. Ain't nobody ever listen. All right. Where are we going from here? A lot of things in the, co-AI down. Wait, chain opera. Is this what I think it is? Yeah, this is co-AI, right? Let's go to the 3-month chart. Jeez, this thing is so volatile that it's like I almost want to just buy some at this point. It says that it topped out at $34. I don't know what's wrong with these people because that's not right. It topped out at like $42. But then like after some crazy pump, they like always change the numbers. And again, this thing went to like $42. I was there. That I remember it being at like $42. Orhan says Big Short is the movie. Yeah, I know. I'm just playing around. My son is still asking for milk every 5 minutes. His bedtime is an hour and a half ago. Yeah, exactly, Campsite. Isn't it amazing how children are not hungry until they need to go to bed? And then they need 15 different snacks every single time. And I be trying to tell his mom that he is just trying to stay up. And she's like, no, but he's hungry. He can't go to bed hungry. Like, whatever. Get the boy some snacks then. He'll eat snacks till he literally passes out with them while he's still eating them because he's actually tired. He'd be run around the house like a madman. Shout out to everybody who has kids. Kids are the best. It's all jokes. I'm just playing around. I'm not actually upset about it. Momentum. Listen, it's my show. I'll read whatever I wanted to read. Only has 4.5 million in the market cap. It is a sweep-based CLMM. What does that mean? Of course I know what it means, but I'm not going to tell you. A financial operating system for the tokenized future. I'm just kidding. I totally forget what it stood for. Something with the market making and yeah. Like how you have AMM for automated market maker. It is like some kind of play on that. But their own version of it. So Blues Guy says, Underground, have I mentioned today how grateful I was, and I'm sure I speak for everyone, grateful for you, buddy, and your IQ. Hey, thanks, man, and I appreciate the gratitude, and I am grateful for all of you guys, and it just goes around in a cycle, and everybody gets to feel good. And I appreciate you guys being here. No kids for me, or none that I know of, LOL, says El Cheeto. Hey, you never know. I had a buddy of mine, and they told him he had a kid when the kid was like 4. Yeah. It's a whole wild story, but yeah, it's a wild story. Now she's like 11 or something like that, 11 or 12 or something. And this is momentum, and we're moving on because this project's not very exciting. They've only raised $4.5 million for momentum, so I really don't know if it's going to do anything. We'll have to wait for the launch. Says no kids here as well, says Crypto Keep. El Cheeto, one love, fam. Exactly, cue the Bob Marley song. So, who had fun playing the Pepe, like... It was on Friday, we played the Pepe... I want to call it a metaverse, but they didn't call it a metaverse, so then I feel like I can't call it a metaverse, but I'm going to call it a metaverse. But hopefully I will have some in the near future. Exactly. Need a magic woman to get to your guy's level. Did I read that right? Need me a magic woman to get to your guys' level, says Orhan. Okay. Hey, kids are the best, man. It's funny when you're younger how, like, people really try to hype up having a kid like it's just, like, some kind of death sentence or something like that. And then you finally have kids and you're like, this is what everybody was tripping about. I got this little mini version of myself running around and he's absolutely hyped, always having a good time. Like, why was I so concerned about this? Not that I ever was. I saw through that stuff. The Pepe game is something. Yeah, right, Orhan? That was pretty fun. Yeah, Crypto Keep says, Black Magic Woman. That's typically not a good thing, but Orhan, he's different. Maybe for him it would wind up being positive somehow. I don't know. Yes, I am launching our favorite on-stream game. Because, yeah, we're over the hour. And we kind of went over everything, right? Sunday, there's, like, action a lot of times, but not a lot of new stuff, so. Yeah, Santana, good song. That's what I thought he was referring to. Said, I never worried, just never happened. I wouldn't mind at all to have kids either. Yeah, that's good. That's a good stance to have because who knows? It might happen to you. DIA is on the run. Is it? I mean, didn't we just look at it? Didn't we just look at it? Up 70%. I don't know. Was it up that much a minute ago? 78%? Oh, yeah, it is running. What did I do? I broke it. Somehow I messed it all up. Okay. Fixed it. Crypto Keep. I have been places. I believe Orhan. I'm always forever punching this microphone while I'm trying to talk into it. It's very counterproductive. I don't recommend it. $89.3 million in the market cap here. Ethereum, Sora, BNB. We already kind of went over this coin, but it says it's pumping, so let's go to like the 7-day. Wow, that thing is pumping. Guys, we need to have a live chat one day with Underground, either on Discord or any other platform. Crypto Keep, we've been doing that in the voice channel. LOL, birth a Bitcoin before a baby or a hand. Hey, there you go. And Crypto Keep, we're probably going to be in the voice channel tonight, so come through. I feel like you've been there before, but maybe not. Maybe not. Do I look like a mining rig? Yes. You are a bot, Orhan. We all know that's why you can't get on the microphone in the voice chat. We are on to you. All right, yeah. Again, this thing pumped from like 41 cents to where it is now. It's up 80%. There you go. And Pay AI is still pumping, right? You could just sit here and refresh this thing over and over again. Back to our bubbles. Co-AI, again, ripping. Now it's at 630. Wasn't it just at like 550 like 10 minutes ago. Things are starting to rip. That's on the hour. On the day, CoAI is still down 13%. And yeah, that is that. This is the portion of the show where I get to sit down. Don't worry, I will switch the camera in just a moment. These tables do not go down quickly. They are very slow. All right, let me change the camera angle. Bear with me. Technical difficulties. There we are. Move the microphone a little bit. And where do we go from here? So really, we covered everything. I could hop off. I'm going to hang out for a minute. The Crypto Keep says, okay, sounds good. Let's do it. I'm gonna hang out for a round of this while we're live, and then we will hop into the voice channel on the Discord. So if you're not already in the Discord, which I don't really know how that's even possible, then you should probably be there. See, a bunch of people hopped off. We're not on the Discord yet. I gotta play my round of Darkstar. Now that we did the hard part, now we get to do the fun part, or I get to do the fun part. I don't know. You all can play along at home. I know Mr. J is probably playing along. Will they ever give us the airdrops that they promised us? No idea. I keep getting replies in the Darkstar Discord. They're hilarious. They're like, go through the proper channels. And I'm like, just tell me when airdrop, guys. That's all I need to know. When are you guys going to do the airdrop? They're like, you could send in a proper request through the ticket system. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. Virtuals is flying. Hey, things are pumping. Portfolios are looking good. The sadness is falling off of people's faces. Does it sound weird when I say it like that? I feel like that sounds really weird to say. Is the music still playing? Somebody tell me if the music is still playing in the background, please, and thank you. Get the chest. Let's see what we get in the lucky chest. Anybody alive out there? Says LOL, no, you sound fine. I was asking if the music is still playing. Here, I'll just turn it up on my phone and see. Really? The music stopped? No, the music's still playing. Oh man, the music's probably just turned way down. Oh, just realized on my phone I'm paused. Beautiful. Yeah, music is on. It's been a weird cycle, so you're right. Oh yeah. So to say it's been a weird cycle is just a complete understatement. I mean, it's true. Don't get me wrong. What you're saying is 100% correct. But man, I am just so annoyed with this cycle. I hope that we at least get some kind of blow off top for altcoins. You know, like I said, I had a choice to make. And mind you, I made this choice all the way back in the bear market. So literally, literally a year ago or more. And I decided that instead of buying a Bitcoin, I was going to divvy it up into the altcoins that I liked. And it sounded great because, of course, we had wonderful altcoin seasons up until this cycle. This is really the first cycle where we didn't get that amazing altcoin season at some point in the rally. But we were talking about it in the Discord last night. It also is like the first time that we went through a bull market in quantitative tightening, right? As far as I know, somebody could correct me on that, but have we had a bull market in quantitative tightening instead of quantitative easing? As far as I know, all of our bull and bear markets since Bitcoin pretty much came out have been in quantitative easing, which is good. Money's being pumped in. There's cheap money for people to borrow and buy assets with, you know, the usual game of the rich. And that kind of wasn't there anymore, and that I think is really what has hurt us more than anything when it comes to the altcoin season. If you know, you know. And who knows, I could be completely wrong because I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Well, I'm way behind on the chat here. So we confirmed that the music is on. All right, thank you. I believe there is a delay in chat. Yeah, probably. There's definitely a delay from what I'm saying to what you hear. Like 30 seconds delay, probably. Crypto Keep. Cycle is not over yet, bro. Exactly. I think the last shakeout might have just jump started the cycle. Maybe. Shorting the market down. Big red coming for you. That's what Orhan is saying. When you see JP Morgan accepting alts as collateral for loans, it will tell you something about the altcoin season. Type the live to make sure it's live. Okay. Yep, I believe so at El Cheeto. And yeah, we could pull up Bookmap real quick. I got to pull it up and get it running before I can really show it to you guys. Yeah, jump started the altcoin season. I agree with you, actually, Campsta. I feel like this last shakeout and the way that we came back might get us to where we're going, but I felt that way so many times in this cycle, right? It's felt like the last shakeout so many times. And then we came back swinging. We were so bullish, and then we went up. You know, we made all new time highs that last 126,000. And then it just dumped down again. Sad. Something weird, man. Yeah, they just don't want you to win. They don't want you to ride to the top with them. They want you to be all excited at the top and buy their bags from the institutions so they can run off into the sunset with all your money. That's my opinion. It was so weird. It popped up for a second and said, like, live modules not allowed with my licensing. How does it know that I'm live? And that can't be right, because there's people on YouTube that literally just stream Bookmap like day and night. Yeah, that last dump really screwed me. So just figuring out staking and never took profits on Sol. Yeah, that'll do you. And yeah, there is a ton of red down at... Oh, dude, it literally just switched. That was crazy. Or maybe I zoomed out. Is that what happened? Okay, but then it switched back. Yo, what is going on? All right, let me switch it so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. What is... I've never seen this before. This is so weird. The delay hasn't caught up yet, so on your end it says Bookmap is connected, waiting for data to arrive, but on my end the data's already arrived. So I'm not really sure why it's doing that. Do they really have a feature built in so that I can't show this live? That's so weird. That's so whack. I don't know if I've ever tried to show this live before. Yeah, 1,012,500 for sure. Yeah, I don't know why I won't show you Bookmap. I've never seen Bookmap do this. The liquidity is just steady bouncing from 1,500, 600, 1,000, 1,015, 600 to 1,014,600, and it's just bouncing back and forth like every couple of seconds, like probably every like 20 seconds. I've absolutely never seen this on Bookmap before, ever. I'm going to screenshot it and post it because for some reason it's not letting me actually live stream it to you. So I'll change the live stream since for some reason I can't show it. Is it doing? Anybody else have Bookmap? Can anybody else pull Bookmap up and tell me if it's doing the same thing to you? Here, I'm going to post it in the Discord right now. Orhan, tell me if you've ever seen... Well, you don't use Bookmap, so there's that. Let's go to screenshots. All right, I posted it in the Discord. Yeah, Bookmap is heavy to load, I bet. It's not horrible, but yeah. I use Heatmap on CoinGlass because I suck. That's what Orion says. It's hilarious. I be in some Discords. I want to say, I mean, it's been a long time, but I've been in Discords where they literally have Bookmap live streaming inside their Discord, like in one of the tabs just says like Bookmap, and you click on it and just always live streaming Bookmap. I'm pretty sure Bookmap hates that, but what can I say? They do it anyways. Pretty sure it was like Frankie Candles or something like that, who I've met Frankie Candles before. Hung out with him on a cruise ship till like, I don't know, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Orhan says Frankie is great. That guy is so locked in. Honestly, I haven't watched him in a really long time. I didn't like what happened between all of that stuff. I don't mess with those group of people, man. They don't seem like their nose is clean. Let's say that. All right. Camsta is out. Bedtime for me, boys. Have a good night. And we are going to move to the Discord in just a moment. There'll be a couple minute lap in between when I end and when I get over there. But if everybody wants to kind of immediately run over to the Discord voice channel as soon as I'm done streaming, don't leave just yet, please. I'll be there in like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something like that. Just need to grab something to drink. And the Sunday crypto, check-in, just about going over what's trending and stuff. It's probably not going to be the longest live stream on Sundays. I don't know what everybody thinks about making Saturday like our actual day for hanging out in the Discord. I'm still tossing that around. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do or not, but maybe. Crypto Keep says, is the voice channel like live chat or something, sending audio recordings? No, it's actually like we're on a, think of it more like we're all on a big phone call together. That's what it's like. If you remember the days of merging phone calls with like your friends, the first time you figured out that you could get like 3-4 friends on a phone call together, and y'all would just sit around and chat forever kind of thing. No, that's not a stupid question. Yeah, and you'll see it in the Discord. I'm going to finish up my round here of this, and then I'm going to run over there. It's always great to talk to everybody, you know, to actually connect a voice and personality to, you know, the chats. I mean, I see you guys chat, but it's not the same. You know, it's kind of like texting versus a phone call. Yeah, have I beat this game yet? I don't know if there is an actual beating this game. It's like they have a new challenge for you every day kind of thing. Tell you, it's not reacting the way that it should be. Miss Williams says, thank you again for all the well wishes, guys, and for Blues for your song. My night is happy and complete. That's awesome. So glad to hear that. Thanks for always being here when you can, Miss Williams. Alex Collingborn is a new name in the chat here. Says, can we talk about BitTensor? Yeah, we definitely can. We're kind of at the end of our stream, actually. I was just about to hop over into the Discord. I assume that you're new here. So if you haven't already joined the Discord, you might want to do that. We've done a whole stream on BitTensor. So if you're really looking for a more in-depth kind of full show about BitTensor, you're probably going to want to go find the stream. It was only from, 4, 5, 6 days ago or something like that. And then, of course, the beginning of the show, we talk about what's trending and stuff. You can kind of click through that real quick and get to where we really break down BitTensor. Because I was literally about to hop off. We're going to go do our hangout in the Discord. So if you want, there's a Discord in the description. You could definitely come over there, and we could talk about BitTensor a little bit over there. Otherwise, come back to the stream tomorrow and ask about it, and we will do more there. I just don't want to hop into it because we could spend another hour and a half talking about BitTensor. And I kind of already promised the community that we were going to go to the Discord. And with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop over to Discord. Just give me like 5 minutes to get over there. Sounds like there's already people over there hanging out. Miss Williams, I hope to see you over there. Goes for everybody. Crypto Keep, El Cheeto, Blues Guy, of course. I'm sure he's probably over there already. Or Han, get a microphone or whatever you need and get on over there. A headset, something. Who am I leaving out here? think that's definitely the people who've been posting. Garden Warrior, I hope you could come over if you're still here with us. And thank you everybody who's here. I'll see you in the voice channel in about 5 minutes. Gonna go ahead and end the stream. I hope that everybody feels like they're on top of what is trending in crypto right now. Stay underground, stay crypto, and says, okay, bro, I'm going to catch some Z's, but I'll catch you later. Yeah, we'll be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. New York time. Come back and ask that question. Sorry you kind of caught us at the end. Have a great night, catch some Z's, and I hope to see you tomorrow. And with that, stay underground, stay crypto, and I will see you guys in the Discord. 5 minutes, 5 minutes.